I'm going to tell you a little story about how I nearly died. Starting off a couple of years ago, me and Yana thought we'd go for a little wild camp in the van, park up and do a nice mountain day. We planned to go up Scarfell and do Scarfell Pike, and I was like, right, I know, we'll go up Hard Knots Pass. For those of you who don't know, Hard Knots Pass, steepest road, or one of the steepest roads in Britain, and you either need a nice light car with a good bit of power, or a 4x4, or a van with a lot of torque. Maybe we'll get up there too, but as long as it was light, not a 17-year-old camper van with turbo boost pressure problems like mine. So anyway, we give it a go. At the time I didn't know how steep it actually was, so we drive up. It's November, it's dark, we arrived late, it was quite windy, so we tried to drive up from the Rhinos Pass side. Getting up to Rhinos was a little bit tricky, but we managed it. Ooh, nearly tripped. But we managed it, and we made it probably about a third of the way up Hard Knot Pass until we got stuck on a steep right turn. Pitch black, couldn't see where we were going, couldn't see the drops that were around us on both sides pretty much, and Yana had to get out and guide me while I did a 3-point turn on this sharp right hand bend. Drove back down, ended up camping the night on Rhinos Pass, and did our mountain day from there instead. So now it's 2 years from then almost, and I was like, I know, right, I might try and drive up Hard Knot Pass from the other side. Maybe it's not as bad from that side. So I drove the long way around to get to the bottom of it on the other side, around Eskdale Way. And I'm like, right, today's the day. Fly up, park up, go and do some mountains, get some mountains underneath my belt. So going up towards it, and there's quite a few people ahead of me. I'm like, oh, this might be busy, but I'll just hang back so I can get a bit of a run up, get some momentum going for it. So driving up, dropping second, van's struggling, dropping into first, van's making a loud noise, and this is like probably only a quarter of the way up the hill. Go up, turn, foot down, boof. What's that? And my exhaust had fired off, shot out from underneath the van. I look in my side view mirror, there it is, in the middle of the road. So obviously now I've got no power whatsoever. Throw the handbrake on, run back down the hill towards it, look at it, and it's just came off where the clamp is. So I'm like, oh my god, as if. So I pick it up, it's hot, nearly by my hands, get some gloves on, pick it up, carry it back up the hill towards the van. And I have to take it, splits in half luckily, so it wasn't as cumbersome to get on. Split it in half, put the first part on, shoved it on, tightened up all the bolts, make sure it was super tight this time, tight as I could possibly get it. Put the other part on, did the bolts on the coupler for that, exhaust back on. By this point, there's about 2-3 people in cars above me wanting to get past, and about 4 people behind me in cars wanting to get past. So I'm causing some issues here. I'm only a quarter of the way up Hard Knots Pass. So I'm right, I'll reverse into this little bit here, there's a little side bit, and then let people past. So I'm sat there for a few minutes, everyone's jumbling past, zigzagging it like around each other and that, trying to get down and up. So all those people have gone past, and I'm like, right, let's do this, let's get up this road once and for all. So start again, drive up, and I must have only made it about 100 meters, and there's a sharp left turn, but it's embanked like this on the left side, leans really steeply towards the left, so if you really want to stick to the right when you're driving up it. But there was already some guys coming down, so I'm like, go to the left, boom, engine cuts out. I'm like, no, not again.
No, not again.
So I'm sitting there waiting for them to get past. They can't get past now. because there's other people. And then all of a sudden my front right wheel leaves the ground, and I myself, right, I'm just like, oh no, I'm gonna go down. And to the left of me there's just a big steep hill which goes hundreds and hundreds of feet below, like way down there. And if my van would have toppled down there, I would have been dead. Wheel leaves the ground. I'm like, no, the van's tipping. And I lean over, turn the wheels a little bit, and it goes dunk, plonks back down. So I'm like, right, I'm gonna have to reverse off this bit so I'm not gonna topple down. Reverse. And the guy who's on the bend with me is like, stop. Right rear wheel ends up on the grass on the other side. And on the other side, guess what? There's another massive slope. So my plan was to reverse, straighten back up, and then get tucked in out the way again. What happened is, I get stuck, don't I? So, because my right rear wheel is on the grass and I'm on a 30-degree slope, I've got no traction and not enough power to get moving. By this time, I've been stuck there for like 10 minutes, and there must have been about 15 cars below, and I don't even know how many above because I couldn't see with the winding of the road. And I try and get going, move further back again. Try and get going again, move another little bit back again. And I'm like, if I go any further back, my van is now going to go down the other side, and my feet are shaking like mad on the clutch and on the brake and on the accelerator, and adrenaline is coursing through me, and I'm just not quite sure what to do. So I get my emergency spade out, I dig a hole underneath my wheel, and I fill it with stones, and I find some big boulders, and I stick them behind it for like a chock. I'm like, right, this will help, I won't be rolling backwards. Still couldn't get the power. In the end, all these guys jumped out of their cars. Some guys came up the hill, some guys came down the hill, and there must have been about, I don't know, 10 people. They all managed to shove me up from the left corner and from my side windows, and I managed to get straight onto the road again. At that point I'm safe, but I am sweating, I'm knackered, literally thought I was about to die, or at least I was ready to abandon the van and just let it roll down the hill. So then I reversed back down again to let everyone past, and I'm there for like 20 minutes now. Loads of people are driving up and down past me. I'm like, what shall I do? Shall I go up or shall I go back down? So I was like, right, that exhaust firing off was a sign for me not to drive up this hill today. After the second crisis, I recognised that I shouldn't have been going up this road. So I reversed back down, made sure everyone was passed, did a 3-point turn, drove back down to the base of Hard Knock Pass, parked up, and had my mountain day from there. So yeah, that's my story of how I nearly died on Hard Knock Pass. Now let's get up this mountain.